Uh-huh. Stream, copy stream link. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Let me mute this. Ah. What is going on? How is everyone? Everyone's just quiet and stuff. How's your days been? Hmm?
My day has been good though. I can only speak for myself. Ah, it's not you.
Why? What happened?
How?
What
Like
happened?
when I said I can only speak for myself.
No. Did you just say that your day has not been good?
No, I said my day has been good. Day has been good.
Oh. Nice.
Then trying to work on the analytics, the weekly challenge about analytics and all. Not been easy though.
How's that working out?
It's not easy, oh. All those I don't know, those lines, the way what do they call them now?
The graphs?
Yeah, do I call them graphs? That line that is kind of wavy that goes, is it graph they call it?
Yeah, it's a graph. Just for the
Yeah.
sake of the question, just call it a graph because
Oh, okay. Graph.
they're charts actually. They're charts, like line charts that just go up and
Yeah.
down. Jesus.
Okay.
And
So
and and yeah, go on.
how does one do that? How does one design that kind of thing?
Okay, so I will not lie. What
Yeah.
we do, at least what I do most of the time is I just use an image pack and I don't stress myself because no, it's the truth. Like as in you just not in an image or like all these UX kits that have charts. So I just drag and drop and I just tweak to my liking. However, what you can also do,
Yeah.
oh, that's interesting. What you can also do is on Figma, you just basically construct it yourself. And it also depends on how you actually want it to look. Well, it's long story when you're doing it on Figma. So you just go and get a kit and then just slap it there. On
Okay,
the the downside to that is that like when you are slapping when you're using kits and stuff like that, the developer will never, ever, ever make it look accurate. Like whatever he's going to do is not going to look anything like your design. And somehow you are supposed to live with that.
Okay. Since it's basically the weekly challenge is basically for us to learn, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can as well slap it. I don't necessarily have to do something perfect.
So that's the thing. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I just need to. Some things I just need to sort through. There we go. Uh, okay, so for those of us who are here, this is the streaming link if you want people to join and not interfere with the main class. So that's that.
Hi, Leslie. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Hi,
yeah,
Thelma.
Thelma. Yeah.
I will have been very surprised if there was someone else.
Okay, I just wanted to know if this call was recorded, because some people send me messages that they traveled and so they couldn't join. So
Yeah, so that's the purpose of the stream. I'm streaming it on. It's going to be on YouTube by the end of the day, and I don't know about recording, maybe I'll probably record like I'll keep it on YouTube. That thing's double stress. Plus, if I start recording and I'm streaming at the same time, it will impact on my machine's performance. So let's just keep it as simple as possible. But that's aside. So yeah, there was something I didn't really have the time to really address. When you were posting, did you post when you were posting?
What did you say?
When you were posting these hangouts on the group, you went ahead and you were busy posting that we're covering, interaction, blah 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 blah. Where's this? Is it?
I just. It was like.
He said, we will continue our discussion on UI components and delve into micro interaction and prototyping. Young lady, this is my hangout, please. It's not.
No, I was just saying based on what you told us in last class, that's what we would cover. So that's why I took the information for.
We're going to cover. We'll probably just talk about it. But we'll probably talk about it and we'll talk about it. Maybe like share ideas and show a few things or how a few things get to work.
All right then. Sorry about that.
Oh no, don't mind me. I mean they usually do sorry. Every mute Kabir. So I think we'll be starting in 5 minutes. We'll start in 5 minutes. I just haven't even figured out what I'm going to even design yet. So wait, what am I designing? Interesting. What would you like to see me design?
A Google Analytic chart.
Your plan will not work, Lala. Your plan will not work.
No, let's have fun now. Let's have fun.
No. And no. Okay, so what am I even opening? Am I opening Figma or Invision? Jesus, what am I opening actually? If I wanted to design something, what could I possibly design? Let me get some ideas from Dribble. Let me see if there's something interesting out there. Oh boy. One minute. All right. All of a sudden, see. I don't know what you may have heard, but this is a hangout, okay? So all this muting your mic behavior, I just go beg you, unmute your mic. We are talking here.
Hi, Leslie. What if you have kids disturbing us? You know we are in celebration mode.
Okay. So if you have kids disturbing you, bring them, sit them down, tell them that learn how to design, improve your life. Talk to them about design thinking.
So happy they'll be.
So
no problem.
Let's ask him for a round.
Why do you want it delivered?
Anyhow, please, I can.
What do you mean anyhow? You have to be very specific about your yam now. I mean about your ram. Sorry. You can't just be saying anyhow. Imagine now you're looking for salad meat and say someone like Kabir shows up. Imagine Kabir showing up at your doorstep with 2 gig RAM. I've been waiting to use that joke for a very long time. Thank you.
That one hit hard, dude. 2 gig RAM.
I swear.
So don't worry, let's take it to the
coronavirus button. That's an interesting idea. Okay, let me see. I might have a few ideas. I just haven't figured it out yet what I want to design, or if I'm even designing at all. Probably just an animate and stuff like that. Come on, guys, like, give me ideas. Give me ideas. Ideas.
You can design an Amazon analytics. Instead of Google, Amazon.
Let's say he doesn't want to hear anything about
this trick
analytics
that you
stuff.
just pulled off just now, that like that you think will work. I'm not bringing it to your notice. It will not work. Go and learn how to design analytics yourself. What is it?
It is well.
Ole. Come on.
Okay, out of Facebook. If you don't want to do
Facebook
Google
analytics.
or Amazon, let's
No,
do Google
no.
analytics.
See, I am not designing analytics for anybody. But I can show you a design of analytics. It's not cheating if I show you. I'm just saying.
No, I don't know.
If you as a talker, no wala now. I'll not show you again. Come on.
We've seen it on Dribble now.
Oh, you see it on Dribble.
No, Matthew, don't mind him. Don't mind.
No, it's cool. You get out now. As in, I like how how proud you are right now. It's cool.
No.
It's cool.
I'm even going to check your designs on Dribble now. I'll just throw one.
Let me just put it to you now. I don't have, and the only designs I have on Dribble are logos. So you will search, hey, God, you will search.
I will have your feedback
about it. All right, so let me see. What can I possibly show you guys now?
So why not like design a form that has like all the necessary status screens? For instance, now like has something that like when you want to add a card now, the whole card formatting and stuff like that, just like a standard form.
Add a card. I don't understand.
Like when the text suite for cards now, the numbers are spaced and stuff like that. Maybe you can just show us how to do stuff like that.
Okay, I'm still lost. I still have no idea what you're saying.
Okay, what I'm saying is that just design a standard form.
Okay, so what kind of form are you looking at? Okay, so let's say a typical sign-up form, right?
Yeah, a typical sign-up form.
Okay, let's
that has all the okay.
Okay, let me give myself a bit of a challenge. Let me see if I can do this form with Invision. And I haven't used Invision in a very long time. What I wanted to do was, before our next class on prototyping and motion design and micro interactions, I'll just do like a small brief brush up, so to speak. I just do like a small brief brush up, and there we have it. But it seems that I may have to I may have to consider doing stuff on Invision now and literally hoping for the best. All right. Let's do something simple. Mobile screen. Hey, open now. Okay, good. I don't know why it's hanging. It shouldn't be hanging. So this, what I'm basically working with is, oh my God, Jesus Christ. No. Oh shoot! I don't want to use iPhone.
Leslie,
Yes.
please, why are we using Invision? Is it why? What's the difference between Invision and Figma? Why are we using Invision, please?
Because Invision handles prototyping a lot better than Figma.
Okay.
But here's now the thing, yeah. The principles behind designing, with most of these tools are pretty much the same. You still have your shape tools, you still have your pages, you still have your grading systems and all that. It's just that when you're animating with a tool like Invision now, you aren't. It doesn't really stress you, and it handles it a lot better. 320. I don't know. Iconess is a small Google Pixel. Oh God. All right, fine. Seems I'll probably just end up using the iPhone anyways. And this is fine. Okay, we could do this. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I'll just leave it at this for now. So we're designing a form, yes?
Yeah,
a sign-up form, right?
That's Thelma. I don't know.
What do you mean that's Thelma?
Yes, that's what I do. I don't know. Like he asked you guys now, you guys were not saying anything.
Somebody was saying
When
anything.
he said coronavirus button. Seriously.
That was a joke, man.
What do you mean
Okay.
that's your job?
I'm just saying that's what where my mind went. So I don't know. Any other person has any
I'm okay with this. I'm just saying I couldn't remember what you said. So,
Jesus Christ, you people.
let Thelma.
Okay.
As well.
Being that everybody now is calling Thelma. Thelma, Alpha. What are we calling this our sign up?
What are we calling it?
Yeah, what are we signing up for? Thelma's Kitchen, for example.
No. Okay, that can fly. Thelma's Kitchen is fine.
Maybe. All right, so like off the top of your head, give me like a few colors, random colors, any set of colors that you feel like.
Blue, black, and white.
Blue, black, and white.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll keep these three colors in mind. Blue.
Wait, let's say no more in this meeting. No.
He just typed on WhatsApp now that his PC just crashed.
Wow. So what do we
I
do?
guess
Wait
we have
for him or
we
we
wait now.
schedule?
We wait. I guess. Probably just restart or something.
Wale, is your mouth? Is your mouth?
Huh? What did you say?
Is your mouth now? Is your mouth that catch him?
I didn't do anything. No, I didn't do anything. Why did you use this Invision Studio before?
He wanted to challenge himself now. I don't think that's the reason why he crashed though.
But who has used this Invision Studio before? Who has the question, sir? Who has used it before? Thelma, have you used it?
I shall know that the thing used to slow system down a lot. I tried it one time. I wasn't getting it. Like I uninstalled the app. It's just for this class that I installed it back. It's crazy.
Okay.
And it's working now.
I
Is it
don't know anything on it now, so I've not tried it out with anything. But yeah, I've seen the interface. It works.
Why is it dark? Everything just
Maybe it's their
dark.
brand color.
It's okay. Thelma, for now. Come and put us through now.
What did you say? Sorry.
Come and put us
I
through
heard you talking
now.
about that line graph. My sister, if you see any UI kits that has it, I beg, please send it to me. I have been battling with it since I think on Wednesday. I think they use the pen tool to draw it on Figma, but that thing is one of the hardest things that you can ever learn. I'm sure, like
I
intermediate
don't
designers have not gotten a hang of it yet. Honestly, please, if you see any UI kits, please send it to me, I beg.
Don't worry. No wala. Still
Thank you.
searching. But the other ones now, like the other
Which
ones,
ones?
the
What, circles? Pie chart?
yeah, circle. Then the
bar
I don't know
chart?
what they call this thing. The graph, the one with triangle, all those long ones. What they call it? Not pie chart now. I think that's what they call graph now, Abi.
Yeah, it's a line graph now.
No, not the line graph. The line graph is like I'm talking
Which
of the
ones
one that
have
had
triangles?
triangles, long one, short one. I know. What they call that one?
I don't know. It's only bar chart I know, and it's rectangle.
Okay, bar chart is true. I don't even know all these things, and I'm going to what? Something you don't even know. You design.
And it's small now. They're teaching you now.
Wow. I think we'll have to leave. Like it's not going. Yeah.
I don't know. Let me try and reach out to him again and see.
Okay. Wale Alpha now. Benga Alpha. Abiodun Alpha. Kaiso Alpha. Anthony Alpha.
Fine,
You guys should talk
I
now.
do. Are you?
I did,
Welcome,
Jerry.
everybody.
How's the holiday going for you?
Stressful and interesting.
So you've eaten Erin
No, really, yo. No, really, yo. But
wow.
maybe some surprise pack, sha, but it wasn't for Ilya, it was for my birthday.
Are you serious? Today's your
It's not
birthday.
today, no, 2 days ago, but I don't know. People are
Uh-uh.
sending me food.
Oh, there's so anything. Would have wished you a happy
I don't
birthday.
know.
Happy birthday in Aria's day.
But it's not for Leia. Oh, I don't know, child. That's the bad side of me.
Oh, well, happy birthday in Aria's.
So if you've seen a Leia share, I don't mind though. So far, it's
I've
not
been
on the ground.
looking, oh, my brother, everywhere. Outside my area, everybody is killing ram. And we cannot go and beg.
Maybe they are stocking it in their fridge for the next 1 month.
I'm
Or
telling you.
no need to. So
Rhoda, you don't need to beg now. Just go and visit. Just say hi. That's all. And
but if you visit and they give you water, you sit and come.
Well, I know you don't like
just,
me now. That's
just go
why
and say hi. That's all.
So the abokis in my area, I just noticed because I totally forgot that today was Ilea. I don't know, and everybody was dressing all. I was like, what is happening? I was now regretting that I didn't try to make friends with them, with all these aboki people. So I would have been able to ask for me.
Your life, because of me. I didn't even step out of my house today. I've been indoors since. So I didn't even know. Okay, I know today is their Zileya, but I didn't notice anything like that.
My
Biodun.
own street,
But I
everywhere is
just
gone.
can't befriend Abuki because of meat.
Yeah. Friends, let's see.
As
That's
in,
like
Like, is
extreme.
is that all it takes? Meat?
Just being friends with them. You know, if you're greeting them like in Aqua and all those things, they'll be like, "Oh, this one is my friend." They probably would
Mm,
have
because
given
of
me.
meat. Oh, Rhoda. Sure.
Welcome back, Leslie.
Thank you very much. All right, so let's get before my sister decides to change its mind again. So I'm using an Android default. I'm using an Android stock Android actually. That's 360 by 40. My typeface is most likely going to be SF Pro. And let's say sign up. So this is the title. Now, it also depends on how you are designing. If you're designing with Android in mind, I'm pretty sure I have, there you go. I wonder where all these things were. Arrow. Oh, these are no arrows. I need chevrons. Not, oh, great. Arrow. And the arrows I'm seeing here are not, oh, there you are. So I'll drag it and drop it here. So you notice like there are similarities.
with Figma.
Figma. So you see how they handle constraints as well.
Okay.
So let me flip this to like 90. Oh shoot. 180. And I'll just peg it around here. Now you notice on Android, let's put that there for now. Do I want to? Yeah, let me just put that there. Chances are this will look small. Unfortunately,
Invision Studio Chooks.
Looks what? Yeah. It's too, there we go. I think this is good. But I don't know why. So that's why. So I'm trying to make this thing like a vector so that when I'm scaling it, it scales because I think that these are outlines, like lines. Ugh. All right, look like this, yeah. This thing looks small. What's going on? Try something else. That's more like it. Thank you. Yeet. Turn this around and then place it here. Someone trying to say something? Yeah, this is Invision Studio.
What are we signing up for?
I don't know. You tell me. You didn't come up with ideas when I was asking for things to design now, did you?
Thelma.
Why are you calling Thelma?
Wait, you said Thelma's kitchen or something like that. Oh, you said.
Yeah.
Get started.
So let's increase the size of this boy. Maybe some to some. Yeah, 24 is fine. Oh man, this thing requires some getting used to. I'm not really happy with this. I'm not really happy with the way these columns are, to be honest, because it looks one kind. Seems 144 height. If you take away 8 from 144, you have 130 what? 136.
You can type it there now.
Mm-hmm. 128. Yeah, that works with me. Cool. This is already 8 points, so I'm not going to touch that. So my main concern now is this one here. We know seems to work. So our gutter is 16. Our margin 16. Do I make this margin 32? Oh boy, that's minus 8. Keep it at 24. I think that's fine. Count 8. Yeah. So now this is not the final test. For the most part, it doesn't align, but I think I'll just stick with this for now. Anyways. And I will put this here because I want to, let me just set the baseline to around here. I think this guy is too high up. It's too high at the top. So maybe I'll bring it a little lower. So around this point. Yeah, I'll bring it a little lower around this point. Okay, so that's fine. Let me switch off. Let me add some decorative elements to it so that it looks a little bit more alive. Thelma was saying something along the lines of blue. So let's make sure it's as good a blue as we can find. This looks like a pretty decent blue. Yeah. All right. Cool. So if
I think you have to let Dede in.
Oh, hold on. Oh, brilliant. This one's all right. It is in. Okay, so I will now have to go away from here, guys. So let me take this rectangle to the back. Oh no, not so much to the back. Jesus. It's literally outside of the artboard now. Raise this back up here. That's fine. You, no, I'd rather detach you so that I can, really edit what I want to edit. Especially like group upon group upon group. How many groups are you putting in there? Loud. There we go. White. You as well set you to white. And with that, we have our get started. So, let's take a look at it. It's not the most exciting looking form I've ever seen in my life. I think I kind of preferred it as it was plain. Kind of preferred it when it was plain. So I think I'll just limit this to here. Set this to around 4. That's cool. And then bring this a little lower. I think I like this more. So let me detach you. And change this color to that. So see, looking nice already. All right, so let's get to the cheesy part of our form. I'll activate my rules and start drawing out rounded rectangles. So what do we want? What do we want our form to collect? What data are we collecting?
Name, email.
Name, email, and what? Phone number.
Account.
All right, let me
Maybe
get some
address.
address. Okay.
Address, location.
Cool. So let me get some text in here. Say I'll use this gray. Tell us your name. Correct. Good. Oh, thank God I didn't have to go around that gen. So I'll push it to around. Is this right? Yeah, I thought as much. It's too small. So I'll push it to around 12. The 13 seems fair. I'll set the font to medium. No, regular. It's regular even here. All right, cool. Well, I kind of suspect that leaving it at regular means that the text is going to be quite thin. Trigger this artboard. So let it be like a sensible amount of space. Okay, so let's style this. Let's style our input box. Ideally, it should be white and have a border. Now, as to what the border would look like, well, yeah. This should work. This should work. It should work. So I'll group them. Let's call it impute name. I hold my alt and then just drag out 32 pixels. Yeah, seems big enough. Mm-hmm. 1, 2. And 32. All right, so name, what else? Email.
Address.
Oh, shit. Okay. Address. Home address. For consistency, let me just your name, address. Then what else?
Zip
Number.
code.
I'm down now. Do you think I'm in America? No. Yeah, zip code nonsense. You understand? Nigeria,
Some guys actually ask for that stuff. I'm like,
in Nigeria here. Like
Which
that's
stuff? I
like
didn't hear. What stuff, please? Sorry.
zip code in Nigeria is useless because we don't use it. Like what should have been our zip code is what's it called? PO box.
no.
No. They're not the same. They're not the same. And PO boxes are for when NIPOs were still a thing, but clearly they are no longer a thing. So I think if I press this play button here, it should show me a preview, and this is how we expect it to look like. You know, that's how we expect it to look like. Back, I have this feeling that okay. This is all the data we're collecting, yes?
I guess.
You guess.
Sorry, can we collect maybe date of birth? I want to see how the calendar will work in Invision.
Invision, no, you have to design it though. It's not.
Well, okay, we can't import it like that of Figma.
Oh no! Okay. If you want to do that, I mean, I think there are kits for that. I just haven't explored them yet. Let's see type story.
Okay.
Let me check the app store. They should have like some kind of kits.
Then one more thing, sorry.
Yes.
For the font, while I was reading up on accessibility, I noticed they said maybe font of 14 pixel to 16. But for other ones, we're using a bigger one. But for the for the buses, you use 13. Is it that it's just the person's opinion, or we can just use one that we feel is legible enough?
I think at the end of the day, it still boils down to legibility. Whenever you read sizes, especially when it comes to legibility, I think it's based on recommendation. It's not necessarily like a strict guideline.
Oh, okay.
It's not necessarily a strict guideline. It's just like recommendation kind of stuff.
Okay.
So let me remove. All right, so let me put this. So we could decide to have a blue checkout button. The reason why I won't recommend that is primarily because we don't want something that looks all blue. I mean, it's not like it's a bad idea, It's just that personally, I don't like it.
Formal.
Personally, I don't like it. But let me 245. That's fine. Then we can then throw a regular sized text in front of it. And for that, we can say get started, or maybe something cheesy like sign up and continue. All right, so I will align it to the center. I'll make it white. And then I'll start adding some primitive effects to it. Or not necessarily primitive, but some fancy schmancy things like shadow, for example. So I will, let me boost the blur. Blur looks nice. Let me drop the y-axis. This also looks very nice. Then let me reduce the opacity so that it doesn't look too, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Okay. So we have the makings of a nicely good looking form, right?
Yeah.
Now by itself it does nothing, yeah? So let's try and add some interaction to it. So by the time the user clicks on the form, what should he see? Like when he's done filling up, all these parts, what should he now see?
Like a confirmation or something.
So for all of this,
Yeah.
we'll take all of this and then we will just reduce the opacity. Yeah. Then I think even these two also need to have their opacities reduced, right? Now for our prototyping, I'll select this. Now, did I group you? I did not. So let me group this too and call it button_submit. I'll copy it, come here, group, and then give it the same name. And you see why in a minute why it's important for when you're animating and when you're doing your animations for your objects across boards to have the same name. Oh God, how do you prototype now? Please Lord, don't let it be that I've forgotten. Aha, there you are. Click preset motion. Delay the timeline save. All right, that's cool. So with that, I just wanted to do this. Yeah. Just to see how it looks like. So it should take me back to here when it's done. So when I press play and I click this, you notice that motion happened.
Yeah.
Now it's this level of interaction that you can't get in Figma.
Like straight up like this.
Yeah. All right. So
without any major setting like that.
that's nothing. Straight up. So let's have some fun now. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Okay, let me see how it looks like. Oh, that is unusual. No, it's not supposed to behave like that. All right, let's try. Oh boy. It's not supposed to behave like that. It's supposed to grow. Okay, let me check the timeline. Button submit. That should be fine. Let me increase this guy to like 0.4. That's it. That's more like it.
What did you change?
So I just extended so Invision has an animation timeline.
Okay.
So in the timeline, it allows you to adjust the length of an animation. It allows you to adjust the way the object moves. Now, so this graph you're looking at, yeah, helps you to modify the way the object actually moves. Now, the way I've done it, I've made it custom. If you check this preset, you see a variety of presets here. With linear, if you make it move, in linear fashion, there's no ease in, there's no ease out. It just comes and it's boring. But if you do it that way, you will notice that the animation it doesn't feel natural. Yeah.
Yes.
You want to know why?
Yes.
Okay, now in animation, in animation, I think if I even have it, remind me to get this thing, principles of animation or animation survival kits. Like it should be, it's generally a list of guidelines that for you to keep in mind when you're animating things. Now, in real life, the way this object moved, yeah, things don't move like this in real life. Whenever something wants to move in real life, the first few frames, let me show you. These both, let's just try it like this. Let's try this first. You might not see it immediately, yeah, but just before it moves, there's something called the anticipation. And that anticipation is basically, if you study physics, it's basically the object trying to overcome inertia.
Yes.
You know, I don't know how many of us actually, I'm trying my best to actually explain this in a way that, we can.
The animation doesn't just come out of the sudden.
First of all, it accelerates.
It's an initial gra.
Exactly. It accelerates, gets to a top speed, and then decelerates. Sure, you understand?
Yes.
Now, yes, so that's what's basically happening here. So if I make this longer, I think you'll be able to have a better appreciation of it. Hold on a minute. Boost this to around here. Okay. You can see that, right?
Yes.
It doesn't. The return animation is shorter, so that's why it's behaving like this. But when you see that it starts a little slow, it builds up speed, then it reduces again. You understand? And it's a function of the graph, as in this graph. So look at the shape of this graph. It's pretty much an L. Yeah. Now, if I change the layout of the graph to something like this, it's going to behave a little differently. So let's see. Did you see what happened?
Yes.
So you notice that it started at the beginning, it started really fast, then slowed down at the end. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what is going on. Oh God, I wish I could zoom in to show you, what's really happening. Now, if I change the graph a little like this, if I change the graph a little like this, you'll notice that the animation is also, it's smoother, but it doesn't really have that, it doesn't feel like it's overcoming some kind of inertia, right?
Yes.
So
this graph is like the graph for the path of the motion, something like that.
No, not for the path of the motion. No, not path of the motion. It dictates how the object is going to move. Not the path.
Yeah.
It dictates how the object is going to move. So if I let me draw this out here a little bit and draw this out here a little bit, then we'll have, so it moves a little more naturally now. Now, you can also have a little bit of more fun if we raise this node a little bit to the, just a little bit upwards. You're going to see something different. You see that at the end of the animation, it does a little bounce.
Bounce, yes.
Yeah. Now that bounce is called, hey God, what's it called? It's not called anticipation. It's, shit, I've forgotten the name. I've forgotten the terminology for it. Okay, so let's just keep this here. So it looks okay. I will switch off the animation. No, let me throttle this back down to 4. So it looks much, much better now. All right. Oh gosh. My bloody controls. Thank you. So let me throw this one down here. Back to page 1. Thank you. So now what I want to happen is I want this particular message to disappear. And I want a new message to have to appear at the top. So maybe like congratulations. Let me make it bold and increase the font size. Set it to the middle. I need an icon. So let me look for a check icon. Oh gosh, no, I'm not doing that. Check. Okay, I think this works. I'll put this here and I can scale it however I want. Let me detach it so that I can turn the color to white. And then we just add like, some last blurb of text. Random lorem ipsum stuff. Wow, people are here. I had no idea. People are here and they were wanting to join. Okay, so let me just get some lipsum text from here. So I'll just take this. I think this should suffice. And I will drop my font to say around 14. I'll make this regular. Change it to white again. Kind of strange. It's cool. All right, so While this doesn't really look okay, I think, yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Center align it. Let me squeeze it a little bit. Yeah, this is good. This looks good. Then add a small button that takes the user. Oh no. I want to add a button that takes the user back to this frame. So the button clearly cannot be blue. I just make it white. Now you guys are going to forgive me. I'm clearly designing without a what's it called?
Guideline.
Yeah, without a grid.
Okay.
As you may have seen, oh, no, this is wrong. There we go. All right, so this is 12. Put some shadows on this guy. Let's make it deeper. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, let me boost the blur a bit. Boost this guy a bit. And then reduce the opacity so that it feels a little more natural. All right, so yeah, apparently this thing needs the text on top. So let me add one more text. Pick the color. Let me call the head to the dashboard. And then make the type, the font bold. Yeah, that should work. Perfect. So I'll group it and I'll call it button dash. Let's keep it that way. Check mark, congratulations. Yeah. Okay. So now when we play, notice that nothing interesting is happening. It just, right?
Transition is not there again.
The what?
Okay, it's there. It's back now.
So let's play a little more with the transition. Let's play a little more with the transitions. Now, in order for it to move smoothly, we need to take everything we've created on this screen. Sorry, we need to take everything we've created on this screen, button dash, congratulations, and this really, really, where are you though? So that's it. Oopsie. That makes no sense. Okay. So I'll take these three. Okay. I'll copy it. I'll go back to this frame, this artboard, and then I'll paste it. You see that it looks hideous, right? It makes no sense here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the opacity. And when I'm done with all of that, I will change the position a little bit. I'll lower it down here. So let's now see what that does for us. So you see that the animation, this guy is animating upwards, right?
Yes.
But it still feels a bit sudden. Hold on, let me be sure. It still feels a bit sudden. So it's now at this point that we can now start employing, the timeline. I don't know what the shit is. Edit timeline. Good. Okay, so this guy is already going to. So these guys, I'm going to stagger them. I'm going to delay them. I'm going to stagger them in such a way that when this one animates, these ones will come in a little later. So I'll stagger it a little bit, and a little bit. And I also want to, okay, that's fine. He's good, he's good, he's good. I want this one to bounce when he enters. For the check mark, I want it to scale in. I want it to scale in. So let's see how what we've been able to accomplish so far. Wow, not bad. So can you see the difference? All right, so let's see. What can I do? Let me stretch this guy a little bit so that it takes a little time to come in. This kind of feels a bit abrupt. So let me stretch these guys a little bit. And then maybe stagger them a little bit more. Stagger by 2 frames. 2 frames, that's fine. So, this is weird. No, this is weird. This is wrong, actually. Congratulations shouldn't come before the check mark. The check mark is supposed to be first. One that I was looking off. So I will, yeah, this is good. More like it. All right, so that's that about that. Any questions? Hello, are we still in this class or are we still in this hangout?
Yeah.
Nobody
Wow.
wants. What's going on?
It be like say they watch movie.
I didn't want to say anything. I'm like, okay.
I'm afraid.
1 minute. So so what time is it? What's the time now? This is who dropped the message?
Almost 7:30.
Yeah, almost. Okay, so Mika is asking me, how can I do this on XD? I don't really know how to use Figma. So to be clear, this is not Figma. This is Invision Studio. Yeah, this is Invision Studio, and it is very, very possible to do this on XD. It's very, very possible to do this on XD. Yeah, it's actually easy to do this on XD. Let me just be lazy. So, okay, not necessarily lazy. I think it's more of me just willingly challenging myself to do it here because I haven't really like animated in a while in what's it called with Invision. Okay, so let me see. Share. Share. All right, so how about we do something a little more complex? I don't know if we will have the time for it. I don't know if we'll have the time for it. Let's do something. Hold on. Come on. Oh shoot. I like in all of this, I forgot to save. So if you guys are actually using Vision, yeah, what I will do is I will save this on Dropbox now. So okay, let me go to Dropbox so that I can quickly share the link to you, and you can take a look at how I did stuff. Oh, cool. Let's go live. There we go. Already uploaded. Copy Dropbox link. And it's small, 13 KB. Like you literally don't even have an excuse. All right.
Thank you.
Now I'm waiting for Figma to. No, so Jesus, Figma don't over-enter my mouth. What's the meaning of all this nonsense?
What were you using before Figma?
Fetch.
Okay.
Before Fetch, I was using.
I think
Oh, good. Why is this thing? Oh, this is wrong. Why are you not loading it? There you go. All right. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I mean, since I'm in fintech now, so it only comes naturally that we should design a payment gateway. We should design a payment gateway. So before we even do that, let's head over to Figma and let me open Figma so that we can architect how it's going to work, right?
right.
Everyone is quiet. Are you guys still with me? Have I lost you guys?
Yeah, hell.
Okay. I know that you're here, but have I lost you?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
All right. So questions. What do you have? Where?
I don't know. For the Invision Studio thing, is it like you just perform the interactions off the top of your head, or it's like, I don't know.
Oh,
How do you know what interaction to give to what field or what element?
oh, that's a very serious question, though. And it's a question that I haven't really had to, not really had to answer honestly, because the real answer to that question, to that when it is, I do as body. That's my opinion, though. That's the real answer to that question. You do have body is sitting, but you know that's, but more seriously, I think if when I share resources, you know, on animation and animation guidelines and how to treat animation when you are designing products, you know, I think it will make it a lot more sense. It will make a lot more sense. If you are designing an interactions, you have to make sure that the interactions feel they feel sincere. They don't feel over the top. They don't look and feel distracting. You understand? And they feel like it has to feel like it's part of the product, or it has to feel like it's part of the app. Okay, you understand? Now, good. So if you take this.
Um, Leslie's PC just crashed. Please let's just give him a little while.
Wow. Everyone seems awfully quiet.
Welcome, Leslie.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll probably be here for like another 30 minutes for my system set to crash again. So let's make the most of it.
Okay.
All right. So what was the last thing I said? Oh, Jesus Christ, nigga. What was the last thing I said? I said something along the lines of creating a payment gateway, right? And then I wanted us to open Figma so that we could like put something together. Let me close this Figma and then use my browser instead. Okay, so create something new. Ah, God, all this blank. People now calm down. All right, so now that we have our Figma opened up, let's just start about the general idea behind how payment gateways work. So is everyone with me?
Yes.
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 Yes, we're here.
In my life, God. All right, so let's start payment gateway. So I take it that all paid for something online at the very least, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So typically what they'll ask you for is let me reduce this a bit. So typically what they will ask you for is your card PAN. So which is basically your card number, right? And yeah, it's called PAN. I've forgotten what it actually translates to. Personal something number. Then they'll ask you for your I think the card's expiry date, right? They'll ask you for your PIN. They'll ask you for your CVV, and I think that's it. No, that's for one screen. They also then ask you for your OTP. Yes.
Yes.
To enter an OTP. Okay. So now, let me try and see if I remember the experience correctly. Like, it's fantastic how like it's insane. I can't remember how this thing works. Maybe because I've been out of touch for a while. So they collect your number, you enter your PIN, you collect your number, enter your PIN, card expiry, CVV, right? And then OTP, if I'm correct. Okay, so let's try and do we do for mobile or web?
Mobile.
I'll guys say this thing with your chest now. Come on, say it with conviction. Mobile or web?
Mobile.
Yeah, web.
Let's go for mobile.
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 Mobile, good. All right, fine. So do you have if you are for mobile, say I. If you are for web, say nay. If you are for mobile,
Nay, nay,
I,
nay.
I.
Nay,
all
nay,
right.
nay, 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 nay.
The eyes have it. Like, do you believe that is how policies are being passed in Nigeria? Like, nobody even thinks about it. Someone can bloody bring a foolish idea, like, to the Senate, and then they'll just go like, all right, should we do it? Aye, nay, all right, the eyes have it. That's literally it. That's it. That's literally
They said they will bring electronic stuff. I mean, something like that. Electronic voting system.
electronic voting. I beg. If they are going
the
to
House
do,
of
Yeah,
Electronic Voting. Abba.
oh, okay,
yes,
electronic
that's
voting.
what they said now. That was one of their campaign, whatever.
Like
The
to
this
pass on.
night Senate. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All those guys are scam. We
But
know that.
But normally they don't just bring a resolution. They would have gone through first reading, second
Oh,
reading,
of course.
different committees. So it's
Obviously,
like
obviously.
But
before it gets to that final point, they've decided already. Everything there that you see on TV is just gymnastics.
yeah.
It's true now. They
Eyes
decided
have it.
already.
That's what they do over there. They pay them. I don't know. They pay them everything.
No.
Annoying.
So no. Calm down. So I mean, the work entails a lot more. Although, to be fair, they are actually being overpaid.
Yes, now.
They're actually being overpaid. But then again, the work done or the work that is required of them actually is quite a lot. They need to have they need to have
Cash flow.
not even a layman's knowledge of the law. They need to have like an in-depth knowledge of how the law works and how policies work. It's a lot. But
How many of them do know that? How many of them know that? How many of them speak up in sessions?
I don't know,
Leave
man.
them now.
I've
They
never
just
really
speak
sat
up.
down through a session. Like all the sessions I've ever sat through have been like really disappointing. You get so I've never really like sat through a session.
Sad.
So I'm trying to put together like some kind of wireframe, yeah. So this is here is where we're going to have our let me see, card number. I don't know if I'm not sure that's the proper representation or the proper terminology for that. Well, let's just run with it. I will copy this and then paste this here. God knows all this
What
secular.
did you do now?
I
know that from the copy and paste what?
Okay, so the property, sure you understand. Okay, let me rewind. Yeah, so you see what I just did. Now, I created this box, yeah. This box is basically just an outline. If you look to your right here, it's basically an outline. I disabled the color. Yes. So it's just the outline that is the stroke that is basically black. Now I wanted this block of gray here to have the same, to have this same treatment. So what I did was I right-clicked on here, copy properties, selected this block of gray, and then paste properties, and voila, there you have it. You understand? Then I then proceeded to reduce the border radius so that it looks a lot more familiar, and also because nobody bloody wants to be filling forms that have all-rounded radius. It just looks and feels wrong.
It's informal.
All right, so we have, what do we have here? We have card expiry. Oh, hey, is that correct? Card expiry and some people go as far as creating some kind of divide. Like I think this is pretty much how I even like mine. So you have your card expiry here and you have your CVV here. Yeah. Card expiry and CVV, and then you then have your PIN right about here. So I'm just laying down the ground rules for the design. This is not the actual eventual design.
Dummy. Dummy.
Yeah. Damn it is on go. Okay. Okay, so let's call this the card pin. Now, some people would rather put like keypads for their card pin, and there's a reason for that. It's so that hackers who use all this passcode, what's the name of this tool? It's a tool that captures everything you type. Keyloggers, yeah, they're called keyloggers. So it's to prevent hackers who are deploying keyloggers or who can sniff. I don't know if that's even possible for you to actually. No. You shouldn't be able to sniff credit card. No. Any serious-minded company that does not employ military-grade encryption when you're handling payments, and a hacker can decrypt, the information that is being passed across from the user to the server, or moment, that payment gateway should not be in business. So should not be in business. All right, so let's just duplicate this one, and I think we'll just have.
But anything can be hacked now.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I should make it easy for them.
Yes.
You get. And if you're handling people's money, you shouldn't be expressing those kind of sentiments out loud. Anything can be hacked. Of course, anything can be hacked. And it's usually a factor of, nothing is usually a factor of human error. Nothing is ironclad. You get, nothing is 100% hack proof. You understand? So
not even Homeland Security.
Homeland Security, man. Don't test those guys. But it's actually quite now. The hacks that they encounter is what they tell us that we will know. It's what they tell us that we will know. There's some shit that they do that, man. If they told us, we will come out of our houses again. You get so
yes.
I like I said, like any serious payment company should take security very, very seriously. And I was talking about this. I think I spoke about the reason why they use why you see on-screen keyboards. It's to stop hackers who are sniffing or who are deploying keyloggers on the network from capturing your strokes. Now, when they're unable to do that, they will probably go for the next best thing, which is trying to pick packets of data that you are transmitting from from your system to the destination server, and it now falls on the payment provider or the payment service provider to use, like I said, military grade encryption. Because anything short of that is wahala. You get anything short of that is wahala. So I think
there's no.
Go on.
As long as there's no hush puppy trying to do anything on their site.
No, okay. So the thing now is hush puppy. Yeah, hush puppy for the most part was just social engineering.
So like they are the technical guys it's not really the technical guy.
No, I don't think there was a lot of technical. I don't think there was a lot of, in quotes, hacking in the real sense of it. It's just mostly you tricking people into parting with their personal information.
Yes.
And if you really look at it, that is like 70% of hacking, tricking people into passing. You can't just wake up in the morning and then from outside start hacking FBI database. Who are you? Like, you do realize that there are people that they paid to ensure that that nonsense that you think you are doing does not happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's their life's work. They pay them for that shit. So you can't just wake up in the morning and then just start hacking. It's very, very deep social engineering. Social engineering, where you're just tricking people into parting or giving you their information. And I think that's what Hush Puppy did. I think that's what Woodbury and his other cohorts actually did. They engaged in various love scams and then other forms of fraud. You understand? So
General Oslin. I said General Oslin.
Alaye, please don't let's not give up the real as a bad name. What they did was fraud. A man who
I
wakes
know
up.
now, but it's still Oslin.
No. Well, which is
Oslin in that sense,
All right. So for the second screen, what they will be giving us basically is just so let me wipe all of this out because there's no. Wipe all this out because there's no need for it. So all they'll be giving us is the OTP that was sent to them. Yeah.
Yes.
And then right after that, I think it makes sense to actually leave it.
Okay.
Right after that, you then have to then put the success. Wow. Okay, this sounds serious. All right. Okay, let's see. So after this, I think the next thing we should be seeing is a success message. In which case, you remove all of this and then you just write, fancy success message. Okay, so we basically have the architecture of how this is going to work, while it's at a wireframe level. Are we all good?
Good.
All right, 1 minute. Okay. Something I want to quickly check. Oh, come on, man. No, this should not happen. This is actually client work. I can't show this on stream. So I'm guessing I'll have to check elsewhere. Oh. All right. So we have all of this sorted out. Let's move on back to Invision and hope to God that this bloody thing doesn't crash.
Is it the one that was causing the?
No. My system has been crashing of late.
Maybe a virus.
Hmm?
Maybe a virus.
Hardly. I don't think it's a virus. Usually, whenever crashes of this nature happen, it's usually as a result of what's it called? Incompatibilities or things like maybe the updates. The update is not really the update is usually is clashing with the machine itself. I don't know. Max and Mac OS has its own drama that it delivers on every now and then. All right, so let's pick our custom size and launch. Sorry, I'm literally doing two things at the same time. Also, okay. All right. So let's begin. Make these changes. 8 gutter 8 maybe margin 24. Oh boy. Margin 24. Yeah. I'm sure I can get behind that. Put my rows 144, gutter 20. I'll just put my gutter at, yeah, set it at 8. Everyone still with me?
Yeah.
Get this to 8. No, 16, I guess. 16, that's fine. All right, so I think this is good enough for my vices. All right, so first things first, let me lay down the ground rules. Before that, let me see.
Can you also copy the properties of the column or whatever, the grid?
Have I what?
Hey, can you copy the properties of the grid?
Copy it where?
Like to another, the artboard or what is it called, another frame?
Simple, just drag it, just duplicate the artboard. You don't need to stress.
Oh, that's so when you duplicate, it copies the grid with it. Okay.
Yeah, as in just this button, that's all.
Button.
So let's start with the really cool stuff. Set a background. Let me try with blue, but instead tilt it a little like this. Yeah, good. All right, so let me then add a rounded rectangle. do this, this right about here. Let the rectangle be white. Let me add some shadows to it. This rain is playing sharp. All right, so let me do this. Drop this down here, and then I'll reduce the opacity. Drop the opacity so it looks nice and sexy. Boost the blur a bit. Drop this guy a little bit more. Oh no, maybe drop it a little bit more. All right, hold on. Let me remove this grid. So that's gone soft. So let me drag this here and name this container.
I have a question.
Yeah? Yes.
So can we design on Figma and then just import it on Invision and still do all the prototyping we want, or we have to design on Invision?
Yeah, okay, so I think at the moment there is no direct, there's no way you can directly import from Figma to Invision. At the moment, there's no direct way. The only way you can probably do that is if you export your designs as an SVG and then load it here. Well, it doesn't really feel, it doesn't really gel as such.
Okay. So whatever we're doing, we have to do it on Invision if we want to prototype or do any micro interaction.
Yes. There is another tool though. It's called Principle for Mac, but like the name says, it's for Mac. You get, and that one just imports straight from Figma. It doesn't hear please or sorry. It just drag everything straight from Figma. Downside is that everything to pick from Figma is treated as an image, not as a vector.
Oh.
You get, so it will pick your fonts, your text, and then convert it to bitmap.
Wow.
Sure, you get. But if that's something that you can, if that's a trade-off that you're okay with, then why not go, right on with it. But for stuff like what we are doing here in Invision, it's often best that you just
design on Invision.
Just design on Invision and be happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what prototyping tool can work with Figma very well?
Figma Principle for Mac works with Figma very well. ProtoPie is a new one. I just haven't really wrapped my head around ProtoPie. You can't.
What's the first one you mentioned? Figma for what?
That's Principle for Mac.
Okay.
Principle for Mac, but like I said earlier, it's just for Mac. Also, you can Adobe XD also has pretty decent prototyping. It's not like it leaps and bounds better than Figma. Yeah.
Yes.
It leaps and bounds better than Figma, but okay, so that means this thing's correct then. Wow, it's correct. I cracked it. It's correct.
The grid.
Yeah, the grid is actually now correct. So if you notice now, the pixel grids that are actually 8 points, yeah, now aligns well with the columns.
Yes.
And that's what I would have been after since. So this number is what we should keep in mind. Because I was just about to even make some changes now. So if I take away 8 from this, it should give me 16. It starts divorcing. So what should then happen? add it to you. Ooh, that didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work either. Okay, let's keep it like that. Yeah. So let's start putting in like our other elements. Oh God, am I that lazy? Yeah, okay, I am, apparently. What are you saying? I should be paying for my oh no. Okay, so guys, so no, this is a Mac problem. It's not an Invision problem, it's a strictly Mac problem. And I largely suspect that it has to do with their recent updates. You get, so I don't think you have any reason to be concerned. So one of the reasons why I like using 8-point is because it allows you to do your math in your head real quick. Like, I know that this single block is 8 pixels, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 pixels, yeah? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know it's 40. You get.
Yes.
So you're not really stuck on trying to manually add and subtract and do weird mathematics. You already know in your head that, okay, if I count four blocks, it's 32. If I count 5, it's 40. If I count 6, it's 48. And when you're dealing with text for mobile, your text has to be big enough such that it's visible to the eye. And your buttons have to be big enough such that your thumb will be able to touch it properly without having to hit it multiple times. You understand?
Yes.
So I think 40 seems pretty okay, not really extreme as such. Yeah, 40 seems okay. So let me add a rounded edge of say maybe 12. Will that work? No, that's too much. Dial it back to 8. Seems pretty decent. Let me switch off the grid and my columns. All right, good. Then I will try something a little rascally. A little rascally, yeah. And that's it right there, good. So, man, this thing is a bit tricky. So I just wanted to have just the right amount of contrast so that I don't need to rely on having like an outline type of input. So let me just set this to like 48. Yeah. Then we forgot about our labels. So we need text. Get our text, put it there. Sorry, text, it can't be blue. You're gonna be some red, gray, and let's say what do they call it? We said card pin, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Not Pino.
Wow.
Card number.
Thank you. I legitimately it's card number. All right, so we have our card number set. Let me see. So let me drop the, oh boy, what are you? Okay, that's fine. So let me drop this guy to maybe like around medium. I think medium seems okay. So I can then give it a small clearing of 8 pixels. Is 8 pixels decent? Let me drop this one slightly. Good. Drop. So So that when I'm doing this, does it feel out of place? 1, 2, buckle my shoes. 3, 4, knock on the door. 5, 6. This thing is not really sitting well with me. The radius. Yeah, this is more like it. Also, I want to see. Yeah, I thought as much. So let's push it up like this. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm almost tempted to want to put like user information. Yeah. Should I put user information? We don't really have time. We don't really have time, and I'm supposed to be in a meeting by 9, so I think I'll just keep that for now and then quickly create the rest. You get. So I will drop this guy. What's the size here? 24. And I know it's gonna land because, oh no, it didn't. It did not land. Okay. Wow, who is this person? Hang on. Oh, all right, let's see. Good evening. Who is drawing on my screen? Someone is drawing on my screen.
I should be able to know.
Hold on, let me check. There are 8 people. Let me look for a name that should not be here. Everyone that is here is supposed to be here. So who's drawing on my screen? I'll turn this into 5 too. All right, so what's next? Card number, what else we have here? We're supposed to have something to the effect of card expiry.
Yes.
Card expiry and then CV. All right, so now for that, we need some kind of divider. So I'll just use the path tool and I will draw, oh boy, that's wrong. Huh, I'm actually quite wrong actually. So I'll drop this to this point, that's good. Then I will take my, ideally I should take a rectangle and make it like 1 pixel thing to get where I'm going to, right? Maybe like 1 pixel thin should do the trick. Let me select, remove these guys. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Well, I'm not sure I like this shade. Wow. There you are. So I will change what? Wonderment. Okay, let me save this first. All right, so I will select this color, then I'll select a darker shade of it. I think this should work. Let me zoom out. Maybe if I throw in, oh no, that's not it. So maybe if I throw in some opacity, I should do the trick. That's not bad. Okay, let me quickly try something. I want to know which is better.
A/B test.
That's good. Okay, so let's ensure that whatever is separating them is exactly precisely 8 pixels. Okay, so which is better?
I think the one on the right.
Because
I'll go with the second.
it feels clearer, right?
Yeah, I'll go with the one on the right.
Okay, good. All right, so after having that, I think the next logical thing to do is pin, yes? How many of us are still on this stream? There are 7. We started at 11, and now we're back to 7. All right, let me select this board, check my rows, check my grid, check my rows, and check my grid. All right, from here to here is 28, which naturally shouldn't be. 33, I think I know. There we have it. 28, perfect. Drop, 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 drop. There we go. Then we put in our card pin here. And then right after that, we have our button. So for that, I just want to have a little bit of fun and pick a color for me.
Green.
Green, perfect, good, excellent choice. So I want to try this and see if it would work.
Yeah.
All right, let's add some shadow here. Let's add some shadow. So clearly that's not gonna work. So I want a bigger shadow. Let's push this one down a little bit. And then let's reduce the opacity of the shadow so it doesn't feel too, I would drop it a little bit so that it feels like it's a natural shadow. It's more, so it feels more of a shadow than it feels more like a shadow than a glow. Yeah, and I'm not saying this is best practice, because this is clearly not best practice. Beg your pardon, of God. Yeah, no wonder. And then the fuck is this person who is asking me to remember the little boy, yada yada yada. But these are the things that usually incite violence on my part. Wow. Like actual wow. Hmm. Sorry, hold on. Copy. I go to Chrome. Yeah, I thought as much. All right, so let's put some text at the top right here. Can say next or continue. We have to make it bigger. Bold is fine. We have to make it white. See, it's already taking shape. What is the time? All right, you guys are gonna have to excuse me. I need to run. Justice, there is no way I'm ever going to design a logo and design a payment gateway and call it and use pink. No, not in this life, and most likely not in the next. Just give me a bit. I'll be right back. Let me go power my gen. Yeah. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. And I'm back. All right, good. So where do we go to from here? Let's maintain our assets. Yeah, or let's know that. Let's know what we are doing. So I'm going to group some of these elements. Yeah. A container, that's fine. Now, I want to initiate some kind of masking. I want to initiate some kind of masking so that when I'm going to use a mask that is roughly about the size of this pay container that I'm using. So let me just say pay mask. And I want to select everyone. I want to group it. No, let me not group it. No, I probably actually need to. No. Okay, let me just group it. And inside that group, let me activate the mask. And that's where my problem lies. So this guy should not be grouped. Yeah. Move. Oh, wow. Okay. Switch this off. Oh, okay, so that means my mask works then. Excellent.
Why the max?
Because I'm going to animate with it. And you'll see in a few minutes.
Okay.
So let me duplicate this screen, yeah? In the meantime, let me delete it, this one, since we're no longer using it. No, sir, you're not the home board. Don't be selfish. This is the home board right here. All right, so what am I doing? What am I doing? Yes. I want to do the card pin. All right, so let's say enter pin. Oh, sorry, enter OTP, not pin, enter OTP. That. Now, all of these guys, oh dear, okay, so all of these guys are somewhere else. They basically shifted away from the screen, right? So this guy, group 2, so let me just name this group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I shouldn't even call them groups. Let's even just like name them properly, like human beings. Let's name them properly like human beings. Okay, so I'll call this impute underscore number, C number. What are you? Oh God, no. Impute underscore C pin. What are you? Impute underscore CX. What are you? Oh, Jesus. CVV. So I'll name this impute underscore CVV, and then impute C number CX CVV, and we'll just call this button underscore continue. So now that all that has happened, I'll delete this, reshare this, so that all of this has to go somewhere. Are you guys still with me? Class is quiet. We've lost another one. We are down to 5. Everyone got bored.
Everything.
Everyone got bored. We've gone down to 5. Okay, so I've duplicated this particular one. Yeah, I've duplicated it because I need it to do something for me. So it's going to be impute underscore COTP. Now, these other ones are going to slide away. We need them to be outside of the screen. Yeah, we need them to be outside of the screen. Now, with that in mind, we also need the pay container to animate. We need the pay container to animate. Sorry, I have to lock this first. So we need the pay container to animate and come to somewhere around here. And pay button also needs to, oh boy. So pay button, wow. Pay container, also that's why. Oh, I see. So this also needs to animate this way. So we'll call this OTP, align it here. All right, so let's take a look at our interactions first.
Okay.
Click, maintain, motion, 3 seconds, save. All right, so that when we hit play, Chasey. All right, so let me stretch this guy a little bit to like 5. Stretch it to like 5. Then this one, it's just to get him back here. So let's go back. So as you can see, as these guys are moving out of the screen, you can see that it's still showing at the edges here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I want to do is, I don't know if this is a good idea, but I want to animate the mask as well. So let me unlock this guy. I want to animate the mask. So it does that. Go back and yeah, it works.
Wow.
All right, so now we want this guy to come in from somewhere because right now it's just appearing on the screen. So in order to do that, we need to copy this guy here. That's the OTP. That's input underscore OTP and put it here. Inside this group 5 folder, also group C folder. Inside the group 5 group, put it in there and then take it out. So now the reason for this is so that it has a place where it's coming from. Now Invision identifies that, okay, on this artboard, it's here. This is the position. And on this artboard, this is its position. So what it now does is that it then just basically figures out, it twins it. It figures out, okay, that this change of position between these two artboards has to be animated somehow. And this is how it's going to animate it. So if we go back here, you can see that it's coming from somewhere, right? The challenge is if I change this name to like complete payment, I'm not sure what the outcome would be. Yeah, I thought as much. So you see that it's basically when you change the name, when you change the text, you will notice that it just flips. It doesn't really do what it's supposed to do. It flips.
Yes.
All right. So now one trick to that could be that you can create a duplicate here. And inside of that duplicate, you just write complete payment. Let me copy it. But instead of having that duplicate visible, you just kill off the opacity. Yeah. Now, by the time you come here to the button that contains complete payment, I'm just pasting it there. So I'll duplicate it. Oh, Jesus. I'll just duplicate it. I'll duplicate it. And directly beneath it, I'll have continue. I have continue, and then I'll just set it directly beneath it, and I'll kill off the opacity. So let's see how that pans out. So you'll notice that it's changing. It's not somehow, it's not falling from the sky, right? It just fades out. It just fades out and fades in. All right. So what I also want to do with this, guys, is for this particular app board, what I want to do with it is for those that basically ran out, I want them to fade out as they're going out. You get, and I want for this guy to fade in as it's coming in.
Okay.
Let's try. Here you see. Let me tweak this animation here. So like, let me just set it to like 7. Give this the same thing, like 0.7 seconds. And so you see that I've slowed it down just so that you can have a better appreciation of how the animation is working.
Okay.
All right, so I think it's safe for me to stop here for tonight. Do you have any questions?
Obviously, prototyping is a lot. Like there's a lot. It's true now.
Yeah,
I got this copying.
So what I want you to have in mind is don't expect to be perfect at it from the get-go.
Yes.
Don't expect to be perfect at it from the get-go. And also, you know that these are like just like simple, basic interactions that we're just doing. There are a lot more complex interactions that you can wrap your head around.
Using Figma.
No, not necessarily. Clearly not in Figma. You know, so maybe during our class on prototyping micro interactions, we can actually explore some other ideas. We can actually explore some other ideas, but right now, I don't think we can. Because I have a 9 o'clock. I have a 9 o'clock class. I have a 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Leslie.
I don't want to be the person that, like, who is the person that is typing all those angry, that is typing very angry? You keyboard, offend you, bring down. Calm down. All right. Thank you, Barry. I think we'll just call this.
Can you share the design?
Oh yes.
Thank you so much.
So let me. I believe I put it done. Somewhere there you go. I think.
Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have you shared the design link, please?
Okay, so I just put I put the Dropbox link for the.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
all you're going to do is just download. All you're going to do is basically just download the Invision Studio for Windows, and then try your hands. Maybe I'm probably organize another Hangout video for Monday. That one's going to be a lot more open.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't even know what I'm
What's happening?
It's Benga. I don't know why he's typing angrily.
Wow.
Whether they did not pay the salary or his baby's annoying him. Kilo J. Meanwhile, and you're doing all these things, you're not even considering the feelings of your keyboard. Like, I mean, you're just harassing the keyboard, you're pressing it just because it's a pressed. Hmm? That's how that see, it is safe to say Benga allow you are an oppressor. You're always pressing buttons. An oppressor.
If it was Abiodun, would have understood. But Abiodun is not on this call now. After
No, he was at the beginning, yeah. He was on the call. Yeah, but he's no longer. Oh god. Shit, I have like 10 more minutes. Have I made any progress with regards to where is this thing? There we go. This guy. Let me see. I don't think I've made any progress. So I think our next hangout is going to be us basically completing this. Yeah. And don't worry, I have no plans of taking this to I have no plans of taking this to what's it called? To Invision Studio. I just want to finish designing this, and then from there on straight to Webflow. And I hope to carry you guys along for the ride, if you allow me.
Voila. Let's see.
Yeah.
Most of that Webflow stuff you are doing. Are you done?
I'm not done, no. So man, so it was now work will just carry me. Here you get. Maybe like one of the other days. One of these days I'll just pick it up and then oh my god, you need to be repeated now. Oh, no. Okay. So I need to work on the breakpoints because I did not design it to be I didn't design it to be responsive. Or I haven't started making it responsive just
Okay.
or as it is right now, I still need to like put together some interactions to it. So if you notice, this one works a little better than this nonsense that I put here. So I need to make the interactions a lot more consistent.
Okay.
And what else is left for this guy? This one just needs more handling. This I need to make this slider work because this is supposed to be a slider. And yeah, I think I'm okay with this down part. Then for login, I think I created like one of the really fresh looking login page because man, when I was done, I was like, damn, this login looks nice. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be hyping myself, but God almighty. Do you not see how
No,
nice
this is really this is a very nice stuff.
Yeah. Then for the dashboard, I haven't really made like I haven't really made like significant progress from the last time I posted this. But this is where the dashboard is now, and we're not like it looks slick. It looks really slick. And I did some small interactions here. But yeah, it's slick. It's good. It's good looking. I like it.
That's fine.
I don't know, maybe like one of these calls that will make I probably just like go ahead and like wrap it up. You get
Okay.
I might like even dedicate an entire day to it just to wrap it up. Depends.
Okay.
All right. You should get going. Barka di Salah to everyone who tuned in. Everyone who tuned in, who's watching on YouTube, who tuned in for the actual call, Barka di Salah. And I hope to see you again.
Thank you, Leslie.
Peace. Take care.
You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.